Hello children, how are you all? I hope all are good and safe at your home. So today we will begins with same chapter, that is force and pressure, and today we learn these three topic, that is buoyant force, Archimedes principle and some formulas which used to solve some example in your chapter. So students, let's start to begins today's learning session. Buoyant force. What is buoyant force? Let's understand the meaning of the term buoyant force doing simple experiment. First, take a bucket full of water. Also, take an empty plastic bottle closed with an airtight stopper. Then put it in the bucket full of water. Then students, what happened? Now students, listen carefully. When we put it into the bucket full of water, then the bottle is floated on the water. Now students, what you do? Try to push the bottle into the water. Now students, tell me, it is possible to push easily to the bottom of the bucket? Yes, exactly. It is not possible to push the bottle to the bottom of the bucket. Students, listen carefully. Because of upward force exerted by the water in the bottle opposes to the downward motion of the bottle. Clear students? Now students, just release the bottle slowly. Now students, when you release the bottle, it rises to the surface, clear, and float onto the water. So students, this is buoyant force that we done with the help of experiment. Students, always remember that buoyant force acts opposite to the force of gravity. Clear? It is opposite force of gravity. Now students, see this picture. Have you ever drawn water from a well? Now students, you must have noticed that the bucket of water appears lighter under the water, but it becomes heavier as it comes out of the water. Now students, what you understand from these examples? Students, buoyant force depends on two factors. First, volume of object, and second, density of liquid. So students, let's learn these two factors in details. Now let's learn what is volume of object. So the volume of object is more if the volume of dipping object is more. Let's relate this statement with some example. So here is the first example. Students, take a 2 container and filled with water. Students, observe this picture. Now what you observe? What you understood from this example? In first container there is object which is partially deep because of buoyant force, and buoyant force is nothing but any object is floating on the water. See the red arrow which is shown in the first container. It indicates that the opposite to the force of gravity, that is upward direction. So students, always remember that any object is floating on the water is buoyant force. Now students, see the second container. In second container there is one object which is fully dipped into the water. So therefore there is not applying buoyant force because of the force of that object is act to the force of gravity, and we know that the buoyant force is opposite to the force of gravity. That's why the second container is not satisfied for buoyant force. So students, I hope you clear this to example. Students, see the next picture. In this picture, you will see that there is a formula of force. Force is equals to pressure into area. Now students, if you see the first container very carefully, then you observe that the object is partially deep and therefore the force is also less to apply on that object. Same as if you observe the second container of that object, the area is fully deep into the water and therefore the force is more of that object. Students, I hope you clear first factor of buoyant force, that is volume of the object. Students, let's learn second factor of buoyant force is density of liquid. The buoyant force is greater if the density of liquid is greater. So, let's verify this factor with the help of example. Students, see this picture. I have explained this example in previous. So, we can relate this example with density of liquid. Let's how. Listen students carefully what I am saying. When we pushed the water, it is not fully deep. Why? Because of buoyant force is greater and hence the density of liquid is greater. But how? We know that the bottle is filled with air. That's why it is not exerted into the water. Students, let's learn Archimedes principle. To understand Archimedes principle, we carry out one experiment. So students, arrange these materials. So the materials are required are a can with a spot, a stone, a small beaker. Next is measuring jar and the last one is a springs balance. So these materials which will required to start this experiment. Clear students? Now next pour water into the can till the water flows from the spot. Now students, next what you do, suspend the stone with the help of spring balance and record its weight. Clear? In your notebook, record its weight. Now students, look at this picture carefully. Like the weight of that stone is on the air, means not dipped in the water. Therefore, the weight of stone is 20 gram. Clear? And we denoted the weight is W1 equals to 20 G. Clear? Now students, see this picture also carefully. What you observe, when we dip that stone in the water, the weight of that stone gradually decreases. Look at that red arrow. Clear students? And hence we get the weight of the stone in water is 15 gram. In previous we get 20 gram when that stone is not dipped in water. But when we immersed or fully dipped in water, the weight of that stone is decreases. That is, the weight of that stone is 15 gram. That is W2 equals to 15 gram. And students, you must record the reading of a spring balance with the stone is completely immersed in water. Students, what you understood from this? You must understood the weight of stone is less. Clear what I am saying? The weight of stone is less than the weight of stone in air. Students, are you clear what I am saying? I am repeating once again. The weight of stone, okay? The weight of stone is less than the weight of stone in air. So in air the weight of stone is 20 gram, right? That we calculated. And the weight of stone in water is 15 gram. Therefore, The weight of stone in water is less than the weight of stone in air. Therefore, 20 minus 15 equals to 5 gram. When we subtract 20 minus 15, we get 5 gram. And 5 gram is nothing but apparent loss of weight. Students, we observe that water overflows out from the spot of the can. Student, see the small beaker. Clear? After that, pour the water into the measuring jar and note the reading. Clear? With the help of the measuring jar, you can see carefully. So students, if you can see this picture very carefully, you must observe the measuring jar. In measuring jar, you will see that the volume of water is 5 ml, that is 5 gram. From this, you must understood that the weight of water in gram and milliliter is equal with each other. Clear, students? Finally, we get the result of Archimedes' principle is the apparent loss of weight of stone immersed in water is equal to the weight of water displaced by it, and that is the buoyant force or upthrust experiment by an object immersed in a liquid is equal to the weight of liquid displaced is known as the Archimedes principle. So students, I hope you clear this experiment. Students, let's learn example which is most interesting topic in force and pressure. We have first formula, that is density equals to mass upon volume, and SI unit of density is kilogram per meter cube. Clear, students? Second formula is relative density equals to density of substance upon density of water. Next formula is, and we know that force equals to pressure multiply area. With the help of this formula, we get another one, pressure equals to force upon area. So students, in this way we completed our this lesson, force and pressure. I hope you clear all concepts which I taught you. So read book and write down the all questions with answers. Okay, thank you. Bye bye. We will meet in the next lecture.